Seltzer Kings.
Podcasts.
At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
Drugs, murder, frame-ups, St. Mary's Church. God, why didn't we think of that sooner?
Seriously, man. This has got to be it.
You're convinced of this? Why?
You met the Fitzpatrick family?
Yeah, I found them scrappy but lovable.
So out of 13 brothers and cousins, you got 12 hoods and a priest, Father Patrick. So I was thinking...
Oh, damn. Come on. What? You were thinking you want me to alert the media?
This concerns you too, Jailbird. You think I like sneaking over here like this? Focus, man.
Okay, man, I'm focused. Go ahead, think.
Okay, we got a Fitzpatrick priest running the show at a church where all the PCHers go, right?
That's decent thinking for a novice. But aren't priests supposed to be like, I don't know, good and stuff?
Yo, what's up, everybody out there in podcast listening land? Welcome to another episode of Boys Watching Veronica Mars. We're just two boys watching every episode of Veronica Mars for the first time, giving our review, our reactions. We're your hosts. I'm Joe Welke.
I am Vance Tucker.
Whoa, last name episode, everybody. Big doings. Today we're talking about Season 2, Episode 12, titled Rashard and Wallace Go to White Castle. Directed by John Kretschmer, written by John Enbaum. Original air date February 1st, 2006 to an audience of 2.12 million people. Before we get into the episode, though, join our Patreon, patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We're doing Freaks and Geeks on there now. Our episode on K-pop Demon Hunters has been out for a little bit, and the way that movie has become my entire personality has become embarrassing. Before we start recording, me and Vance, we were just, we were singing Golden.
Yeah.
Because we're going up.
Prompted by Joe, who's been jamming out to it.
Yeah, I played it into the microphone as Vance answered the phone call to record. So yeah, join our Discord because you, dear listeners, if you're in the Discord, are in control of what the October movie is going to be. We have a poll up on our Discord in the Veronica Mars post from the hosts section of the Discord where you get to vote what we're going to do. We've got 4 movies, 2 of them picked by Vance, 2 of them picked by me. And what movies we got? We got
Death Becomes Her is number 1. We have Practical Magic.
Yep.
We have Monster Squad.
Yep.
And then we have Reanimator.
All right. All great choices. I want to commend us on great picks.
Yeah, these are some good spooky season movies to choose from. I've seen every one of them except for Practical Magic.
I haven't seen Practical Magic. I haven't seen Monster Squad. But so hop on our Discord. The link is in the show notes. You can vote and choose our destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got going on? Anything?
I think you were doing something with Buffy and Burlesque.
Doing something with Buffy. Yes. So the Buffyverse Burlesque show was a great success. Stephanie Romanoff from Angel, the actress who played Lila Morgan, sat front row, was heckling me. Well, her friend was heckling me. But she had a great time. She had a fucking blast, dude. I got a picture with her. She was like, this was awesome. The coordinators from Hellmouth Con, the Buffy convention that takes place at Torrance High School, they're like, we're going to try it. We want to have the show at Hellmouth Con. So
that would make sense. Yeah.
So stay tuned if there's any updates on that. I will definitely let you guys all know. But an additional Patreon thing that we have for you guys is I have the recorded video of Buffy vs. Burlesque, this most recent one, up on Patreon for sale for $5. It is a separate thing. It's not a part of like any tiers, mainly because it's so fucking expensive to produce. And it's so hard to do and to pull that show off. And I'm happy that I've gotten to do it twice now. But yeah, if you want to check it out, $5. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to. Yeah.
And if you want to skip over the Apple 30% surcharge,
yes,
purchase it on your laptop, in Safari, on the website, on the web browser. Yeah. Just skip that.
That's
that
actually
App
a way
Store
to get
app,
around all of the iOS stuff. Like just sign up on your laptop. Because I mean, I know Instagram too. Like if you're trying to make an ad on Instagram, like boost a reel or something, it charges you extra if you're doing it on iOS. So I just hop on my laptop.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, Apple's fucking scumbags, dude.
Well, we'll talk about this when we get into our Freaks and Geeks episode. But watching Freaks and Geeks on Amazon and getting commercials really makes you go, really? Yeah. The commercials.
Jeff Bezos.
The thing,
the guy that like casually goes to outer space.
Yeah.
You need more money.
Yeah. The thing that we already pay for is I have to now get commercials on. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And it's not even like, a minute of commercials.
Yeah. These were real. I thought, give me a 30-second
2.5 minutes of commercials.
What is this?
This is fucking bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, to get around any iOS extra additional fees, just do it on a laptop, do it in Safari on your phone. Like if you have what do you call it? An iPhone, you can get on Safari, sign up for stuff, avoid those fees. Yeah. So I've got sparkling peach mango C4.
Oh, I have the Alani juicy peach.
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, that's a favorite. Juicy peach is a good one.
I don't know if I've had the one that you've had. You have.
Yeah, I think I've had it one other time. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, thanks again to all the listeners who have plied us with so many energy drinks. We went from none to so many.
Yeah, we went to just talking about Baja Blast and energy drinks to now like my fridge is still like half filled with energy drinks.
Yeah.
And people haven't gotten them for us for a while, and I still have a fuckload.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys all rule.
A little follow up for last episode. Lily calls Duncan donut. That's why he says that. Not like I posited in the Discord that he was making a orgasm joke, and he was like, time to make the donut, and be like, oh, fake your O. No, Lily calls Duncan donut, so that's why Logan says that line, I guess. And some people have said that it wasn't Kendall, it was Astrid that was in Big Bear that made the phone call. So okay.
Once I saw that, I was like, that makes a lot of sense.
It makes zero sense to me that Astrid would be involved with this plan at all.
She's in it for the money. Duncan's going to pay off her master's degree or whatever.
I never saw her once with Duncan, and then the only time I saw her with Veronica was that one time when she was folding laundry.
Yeah.
She was doing Duncan's laundry.
She's now an integral part of the story, though.
Yeah. And stick around. Here's a little tease for the end of the episode. There is a DVD bonus feature that I watched. And my God, it wasn't a deleted scene. It's a deleted scene, but it was an extra scene for something. And it is bonkers. And I will explain it at the end of this episode. It is insane. So
I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Yeah.
But let's get into Rashard and Wallace go to White Castle. So we open.
You would like our predictions?
No. Yeah, we got to do our predictions.
You predicted that Wallace is interrogated and we see what happened in flashbacks, or Rashard goes to New Jersey to get away from things.
Nope.
I said Rashard, an agent, convincing Wallace not to speak up, offer him money. He does speak up and is punished.
I'll give you 85%.
Yeah, they weren't trying to convince him not to, but they definitely, and they didn't offer him money technically. But he does speak up and gets punished.
Fucking money.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting paid.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah. So we get a recap, and then when I saw this recap and it was Veronica with the dead rat in the freezer, I was like, oh, right, yes, the bus crash.
Yeah.
Yes, forgot about this.
Yeah.
Then there was the bouncer that's like, hey, if you're ever in LA and you want to hit up a club or whatever, I was like, oh, man, this is immediately paying off.
Yeah. Still clunky, though.
Yeah. And Logan and Weevil trying to figure out who killed Felix, and Wallace coming back from Chicago because he was in a car that ran over a wino homeless guy.
Mm-hmm.
So Veronica, she's at work at Jabba the Hutt, and she gives a piece of cake to Wallace. It's a German nutgasm cake or whatever.
It's German chocolate cake. My grandma used to make it. It's good.
She didn't call it a German chocolate nutgasm cake?
No, she did not. And I was really not sure why Veronica called it that too. It was a real strange way to open this.
Yeah. But Wallace is basically like, he's going to do the right thing. He's going to kind of rat out Rashard for running over the guy in the hit and run. He's like, I got to do the right thing. It's going to be hard, but I got to do it. And then the reporter from Chicago, he shows up, and Veronica's like, all right, do the right thing. She leaves, and it's implied that Wallace is telling the reporter that this is what happens.
What was this, a real reporter, or was this like a retcon, like not a retcon, but like a reconnaissance mission kind of guy? Because who goes across the country to interview the one guy when there was multiple people in the car and they're still in Chicago?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought that at the end of the episode he was a cop, actually.
Yeah, but
I didn't know that he was a reporter, but I guess he is.
It makes more sense to be a reporter because cops really can't do that.
Yeah.
Jurisdiction, but also what reporters like, hey, I got a scoop. Can you fly me across the country?
Yeah. Maybe he's doing it on his own dime. He just hates Rashard. It's like, this kid cannot go to UCLA.
Yeah.
He's got to stay in Chicago. He's got to go to Illinois.
Yeah, he didn't even ask Rashard what happened. He was just like, I just gotta. Who's the furthest person I can ask?
So then we have Keith going to the sheriff's office. He meets up with Inga, and he's like, hey, I'm being audited. I need you to give me these files. And Inga's like, that's going to take a while. And he's like, I got time. I got my book. I just need you to give me these old expenses because I'm being audited. And she's like, okay, Mr. Mars. So she goes, and then Keith just snoops around the office. He makes his own magnetic key card that I love that they give you the little reminder of how the key card stuff works through his headphones.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I was like, can he not remember it himself?
Yeah. So he makes himself a little key card, sneaks into the evidence room where the camera that's guarding the evidence room is turned down, and Keith looks up at it and he's like, God damn it.
Honestly, that's insanity after the sex tapes went missing.
It's
insanity. Insane that they don't have a camera right there.
This is absolutely the right reaction from Keith. Man, these sheriffs at Neptune they're so bad.
But also, Keith is trying to steal evidence.
True.
Sure, it's for the good cause or whatever, but it's still breaking in and stealing evidence.
Yeah, he just yelled and screamed in Logan's face. He didn't yell and scream, but he was like in Logan's face about stealing and destroying evidence. And here he is sneaking into the evidence room, stealing a bunch of tapes.
Like, that evidence room gets broken into by Mars's like every 3 weeks.
Or gets exploded by...
Man.
But yeah, so he sneaks in, he gets all of these tapes about the interviews from the bus crash, and he returns. Inga is none the wiser. She gives him all of his documents, and he's like, all right, cool, thank you. Then he bounces. So then Veronica's meeting up with Wallace at school, and she's like, is there any word on anything about the case? He's like, I haven't heard anything yet. Then Weevil meets with Molly Fitzpatrick, and he's basically like, hey, were you dating Felix? And she's like, what? No, I would never. And Weevil was like, come on, dude, I knew he was going to get a fucking tattoo of you on his chest, and here's some pictures of you two together. And she's like, all right, yeah, we were together. It was a secret relationship, though.
He was never going to go swimming at the community pool again after this tattoo.
Or he was going to be a swimmer with his t-shirt on.
Yeah, my favorite thing in this scene is when Weevil asks, where did you guys even meet? As if they don't go to the same school. Where did you two even meet? I mean, what are you talking about?
Of course they didn't meet at school, Vance. They met at church.
Yeah.
Because Weevil's like, was Felix working with the Fitzpatricks? And she's like, God, no. He's like, then where did you even meet? At church. Oh, of course. St. Mary's. Of course.
Yes,
of course.
The only place that PCHers and Fitzpatricks can mingle amongst each other.
Yep. Weevil had some more colorful language to describe it.
Yes, he did.
He just had some nice rhyming slurs.
I'm surprised Dick didn't like high five him.
Yeah. So that's how Felix and Molly met. She's sad that he's dead. He was going to get a tattoo of her. They had a secret relationship. Her one brother is the priest there, Patrick Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, there's like 12
There's
of
12
them.
of them.
There's 12 disciples, and one is the priest.
11 of them are gangsters. One of them's a priest.
Mm-hmm.
So then we see Wallace getting a phone call, and it's his dad, whose name I forgot. Nathan?
Yeah.
And his dad is like, hey, what did I tell you about all this stuff? Why are you trying to, like, what are you doing? And Wallace is like, I had to do the right thing, Dad. I had to do the right thing. I had to tell the truth. And he's like, well, here's what happens when you try to do the right thing and tell the truth. I'm looking at the newspaper today, and Rashard and the other kid that were in the car said that you were the one that was driving when they hit the homeless person. And Wallace is like, whoa, what?
Yeah. It's kind of nice that his dad is just a guy in Chicago that can just call him up now. They just really, I
love the message of this episode. Never do the right thing. His dad teaching him such good life lessons.
Unless you got a Veronica Mars in your back pocket and a cop dad that's high up on the force.
Yeah.
It's crazy that we haven't seen the mom.
Yeah, what happened to Alicia?
When Wallace comes back, what does she say?
Did she and Keith break up, I guess? We never saw that.
Yeah, Keith never says, hey, what's going on? Wallace is back. Maybe I can talk to her.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a loose thread that's dangling.
Why did they break up? It was before he left. They were breaking up before he left. It was something to do with it was him stealing the birth certificate and stuff.
Oh, you're right.
And
you're right.
Prying into her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prying into her past, trying to figure out who Nathan was. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense that they would break up.
Yeah.
That's kind of he stole from her.
Yeah, and then Veronica bugged her office and had Wallace bug her office, and she got in trouble at work. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Just forgot. Had to be reminded.
Yep. Surprised that she hasn't talked to Wallace, though, but maybe next episode.
So Veronica and Wallace are looking at the newspaper story, and Wallace is like, this isn't right, man. Rashard was cool. He wouldn't do this. This is his uncle. Because me and Rashard, we were buds. Like this is Uncle manipulating Rashard into doing this, and I was like, oh, sweet, sweet Wallace.
Wallace is so positive, man.
Yeah, I was like, you naive little angel baby.
Yeah.
But Wallace is like, look, I know that Rashard is coming to UCLA for a recruitment thing. Maybe if I can just meet and talk with him, he'll admit to running over a homeless person and lose his future.
Yeah.
If I just talk to him,
he'll take the jail time. Right?
It was an accident. Who hasn't run over a homeless person?
It's a rite of passage.
Yeah, for any nice basketball star.
Yeah.
But Veronica is echoing my sentiment. She's like, oh, sweet, sweet Wallace.
Yeah.
You really think that's how it's going to go down?
Mm-hmm.
You really think that? Wallace is like, yeah, I do. She's like, all right, man. I mean, we can try, but I don't know how well that's going to work. Yeah, no. Yeah, they're jaded as hell. They're there praying to the Lily Kane Memorial Fountain thing. Yeah. Well, it's also even like anytime I just love anytime Wallace is around some of his basketball teammates. It's literally him leaving them. They dap each other up, and then the teammate leaves. Like, that's the only
it's my favorite
thing we've ever seen him do.
It's my favorite thing in like party scenes where you see the lead talking to like some extra, and then their friend comes over, and then the extra have to just like turn and leave.
Yep. Hey man, I'll catch you later.
Yeah.
All right. But while Veronica and Wallace are talking about this, an old friend appears. Jackie, who we haven't seen in like 6 or 7 episodes, it feels like.
It's been a while.
She's like, hey, Wallace. What's up, dude? It's been a while. How are you doing? He's like, shit's a little complicated at the moment. She's like, I called you a bunch when you were in Chicago and you never called me back. And he's like, yeah, I was going through some shit. And Jackie's like, okay, maybe we can hang out or something. Maybe we could all hang out. Maybe this weekend. And Wallace looks at her kind of like, yeah, I think I'm busy, but maybe you and Veronica can hang. And then Veronica and Jackie look at each other like, there's no fucking way in hell we're hanging.
Yeah. He is.
And then Jackie's like, okay, all right, well, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. And then she leaves, and Veronica's like, what was that all about? You didn't tell her about any of this? And he's like, look, bro, Jackie is a complication in my life that I do not need at the moment.
He's like, I'll talk to this Rashard Rucker guy about admitting to manslaughter or like a hit and run. But Jackie, too much.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Women. I can talk to Rashard about killing a man.
He's still alive.
Oh, true. He's paralyzed from the waist down or whatever.
I wonder if they paid that guy, because it seems like that would be the move. That would be the move.
Yeah, Unc should definitely just.
I mean, that's what they would do.
Him.
They would just. I mean, I don't know how much.
Court.
I don't know how much you pay someone to not walk again.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? It's good to see that Jackie's not on drugs here.
Yep. Maybe she is. Maybe that's why she's so chipper.
Whatever it is working, and it's a good look for her.
I was just surprised that she was like so eager to like reconnect with Wallace, because he did like just straight up leave and he wasn't calling her, and she's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" But he came back and she's like, "You want to hang out?" There would definitely be a talking to.
Wallace got that, that understated riz.
He honestly does.
I'll say this. I was going to save this for later. I love the character.
Yeah, Wallace rules.
Yeah.
And the riz is strong within him.
Mm-hmm.
But he is a naive little angel baby.
He's just a bright light. Just a bright light in this dark Neptune.
Yeah. I love that Veronica's constantly warning him to like, oof, Wallace.
Yeah.
But Veronica's like, you might need a lawyer to advise you on some stuff. And he's like, you know a good lawyer? And she's like, I know a lawyer. And we see Veronica meeting with Wallace and Cliff. And Cliff is like, here's what you should do. You got to surrender to the Neptune police, who will transfer you to Chicago. Then within like 5 days or something like that.
He's basically just there to do the ticking clock.
Yeah, he's like, you got 5 days. And Wallace is like, so that means I got 5 days to prove my innocence.
He stayed positive, like, man. He just stayed positive.
He really is so positive in this episode, at least. He's just like, I'm going to do it. And Veronica's like, really? You think you can do this in 5 days? And he's like, I got to be ready before the Penn High School game. That's our rival. Yeah. And she's like, that's what you're worried about?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So their plan, which Veronica has cooked up because she knows a big-breasted cheerleader at UCLA that went to high school there, Tracy James. She got intel from Tracy James that Rashard is going to a booster dinner, and that's where they're going to try to meet up with him, because that's where a bunch of kind of that's where a lot of girls go to try to seduce the new recruits because they see a big payday in it for them or whatever.
It's something about that where the school, like, you hear about those visits that like 5-star recruits get when they go to a school and they get shown around and then they get all the girls. Like, He Got Game has a whole scene about that. And it's like, are they doing it? Because the girls that are hooking up there aren't just like, oh yeah, I'm going to marry this guy and make the money. It's like, let's get him to our school. But are the girls getting like coerced by the school to do it? Because it seems like that's what it's.
That's what it seems like Veronica is like implying. Yeah,
because that's the only reason that they like. But who has to have that conversation with a teenage girl or like under 21-year-old girl? Like, hey, so when this guy comes, we're gonna need you to go to that party. And like, I don't know. Yeah. It's all shady. But
I wouldn't put it past certain colleges.
Oh, I mean, not at all. I mean, it has. That's how some recruits go to certain colleges, because they had a good time on their visit.
Yeah.
So it does work. Yeah.
You do have to be wary of these gold digging ladies too.
We'll get to that scene.
Have you ever seen the show Blue Mountain State?
Is that the comedy one?
Yeah.
I've seen like clips of it. Is that the one where the guy breaks his leg and like on the turf or something? Like, it's all wiggly. Yeah.
They have a whole scene in that show where like the main character in the show is like the backup quarterback, and then the actual quarterback graduates, so he becomes the starter, and then it's like all these girls are now like into him because he's the starter.
Yeah.
And the linebacker, who's played by Alan Ritchson from Reacher.
Yeah.
He's like, get away from my quarterback. And he's like, what are you doing, man? I was going to hook up with her. He's like, let me see that condom that you have, girl. And he pours a bunch of water into it. And it just is like spraying all out of it. He's like, these girls, they're in it for a payday. You have to be careful. And yeah. So that is what Veronica and Wallace's plan is. They're going to go to this booster dinner and find Rashard, and that's where they're going to talk to him. Keith is like, Veronica, I need you to destroy the Murray files. And she's destroying a bunch of these pictures that Keith, I guess, took for this file of like a cheating husband or whatever. Apparently they made up. But in the background of one of the pictures, she notices something. What could it be? She goes into Keith's office like, hey, Dad, you notice anything odd about this picture? And he's like, I don't know. And she points into the background and she's like, so that's Terrence Cook?
Your favorite baseball player ever that you didn't notice that was in the background of a photo that Keith took?
I still haven't washed my hand from shaking his hand. But Jackie's dad is in the background with Miss Dumas. And Keith goes, she died in the bus accident.
And you guys didn't seem to care about her death at all.
No.
You don't even care right now when you're talking about her.
And Veronica's like, well, it's odd that they were together. And I know that Terrence Cook has gambling issues. He owes millions of dollars. And then Keith is like, and how do you know that? And Veronica's like, well, you might be a little upset with me because you won't trust me anymore once I tell you this, but I may have bugged the sheriff's department and I overheard.
I thought he was going to whip out that little bug that he took from the sheriff's office.
Yeah, like, oh, you mean this?
Yeah. I'm surprised she hasn't been like, hey, it's not there, because she's been in the police station a lot since then.
Boy, has she. She has been working with the FBI.
Yeah. I didn't understand. I know this will pay off later, but I didn't understand why seeing Terrence Cook talking to Miss Dumas was a smoking gun of sorts.
Me neither.
That could have been how they even arranged the I mean, obviously it was arranged by the daughter of Woody, who runs the team, probably. Yeah, well, but I mean, also, like, why would it be weird that he's talking to the hot teacher from the journalism class?
Yeah,
like, what does that have to do with like, what does his gambling problem have to do with
That's what I was about to say. I was like, I don't know how, like, a bus crash, like, how did he profit from that?
I just don't understand why seeing a picture of a guy talking to your teacher at the craziest coffee restaurant place I've ever seen in my life. Yeah. Why is this like, he did have a gambling problem. It's like, oh, and Miss Dumas runs a black market gambling ring. Like, what is? Yeah, I didn't get. Yeah, I know it's going to pay off, but it in the moment doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, we find out some stuff later that, like, I could try to piece together, but I still am like, I don't even buy my own theory. Yeah. Where, like, I'm really grasping at straws to, like, try to make a connection, but I don't understand how it could play into the whole bus crash thing, but they're going to try to make it.
I know it's going to play in. I just don't know why Veronica saw that and goes, oh, it has something to do. I need to spill the beans about the sheriff thing, which I didn't spill the beans about before the election.
Yeah, because Sheriff Lamb was, like, threatening Terrence Cook.
That was the tape. That was the thing that we think she was going to play at the prom, right?
That's what you thought. Oh, wait, no, I thought that.
Yeah. Don't try to.
Yeah, that is what she was going to play. Yeah, because you were the one that was doubting it.
Yeah. I'm giving you credit. Now you're trying to send it back on me.
Yeah, I forgot.
But if she would have given that to Keith, if she would have given that information to Keith beforehand, maybe he would have fought harder to be sheriff, and then he wouldn't have to steal the tapes.
Yeah.
But yeah, whatever.
So we have Logan meeting up with Weevil, and they're discussing the Fitzpatricks, and Logan's playing a video game, and he's not really paying attention. And Weevil's like, hey, motherfucker, pay attention. And then Weevil's like, what? Fine, I'm paying attention, Dad. Weevil's like, I think Patrick Fitzpatrick, who is the priest at St. Mary's, he became a priest only to help the Fitzpatricks do some drug dealing. I think he's in on it. I think that's where they're doing all of their drug dealings. And Logan's like, okay, great. And it was like, all right, okay. And then Weevil leaves, and we see another, like, I was like, this is a PCHer, but it's not, apparently.
We find out later it's like a PCHer's uncle. But I just thought it was one of
who works at the hotel.
Yeah, I just thought it was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Later on, we see the PCHers. I thought the PCHers was strictly like a Hispanic biker gang. It's not. There's a black guy. There's white guys. They're very diverse.
Oh man, yeah, The PCH, the Pacific Coast Highway takes all kinds. Takes all kinds.
Good for them.
Yeah.
I like the diversity of the PCH. It's very nice.
Flashback to Weevil saying what he said to Molly Fitzpatrick.
But yeah, this guy.
They really don't like to use phones. They really don't like to use phones in this show.
Gotta meet up. Gotta play video games.
Gotta meet up. Gotta get up.
What's the game that he's playing in this? It's some golf game. He's always playing a golf game.
Well, he was
except
playing
for when he's playing with Dick Casablancas, that jiggly volleyball game.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to get
Vance knew all about.
I know of the game, never owned it.
Have it framed.
I have the game framed. I don't want to play it. I just have the game itself framed. Yeah, I wonder if they ever play Mario Kart.
I know we can because we got it from our lovely, lovely listeners.
Yeah, they have played
Mario
Halo
Kart,
before. I think he was playing Halo in his dad's.
When he was at the pool house.
Yeah. Looks like they have like 3 pool houses because that's not the same house that had the cameras in it.
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, you just. He's just staying at the hotel.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So we see the booster recruitment thing, and Rashard is walking with some 2 fine honeys.
Not as busty as Wallace had made these girls
Tracy
out
James.
to be. Yeah.
Well, that's not Tracy James.
No.
That can't be. Yeah, because these girls are not busty. Because Wallace was like big old. He was like doing those Mexican dudes. When they were like pantomiming for Veronica because she couldn't speak Spanish for some reason out of nowhere. But he's like meeting up with these girls and like, you want to come hang out with us? He's like, yeah, but my limo's here. And y'all can come with me, though. And so he gets into the limo with the girls. And his his name is Monty?
Monty Rucker.
Okay. Because I just kept writing him as Unc. And obviously this limo is set up by Veronica because she's going to take him somewhere. And that's exactly what happened. Veronica's directing the limo where to go. And before they can do it, they get stopped by like a truck because a truck is like blocking the intersection. And Uncle Monty, he's like, oh, well, that's not a limo that I had anything to do with. So he comes over to the limo and he's like, what the hell's going on here? Tells the 2 girls to get out. He gets in with Rashard and he's like, Rashard, what the fuck did I tell you? You got to be careful. You can't just be going around with any of these gold diggers. They're trying to get you for your money. You need to be careful. And Rashard's like, come on, Unc. And he's like, no, this is serious business. And Veronica's like, oh shit, this is a complication that I was not expecting. She calls Wallace. Wallace can't pick up, or he doesn't pick up because he goes right to voicemail. And Veronica's like, hey, we've got a situation on our hands. But she directs the limo driver to a garage. Where
I just want to say this before we get into this next scene.
Okay.
Uncle Rucker is speaking some facts to Rashard.
Absolutely he is. Absolutely he is.
And he said it like that much. It was like, okay, so he's not just like Uncle Rucker's a bad guy. But this one specific thing that he's talking about is something that Rashard does need to watch out. Like, as much as the uncle wants to use him to make money, other people will also want to use him to make money, to get famous off of him, do stuff. Like, everyone wants to use you, so be careful who you hang out with.
That's like fucking all those football players, like Antonio Rogers Cromartie's got like 20 kids. Tyreek Hill's got 14, I think, with like 100 different women. Like,
but that's like
you see about their like child support payments, and it's insane.
You know, those 2, I don't think really care, but it's, I don't know. It's one thing because these kids are 17, 18. Like, it's not like it's easy for someone that's like 30 sitting on their couch with like a mortgage being like, how are these kids doing this? It's like, you've never been 17 and handed $5 million. So like, you know, and it changes people. It mentally changes. It's like how power corrupts. It's like when you have that and women are throwing themselves at you, it's a different thing. And you have to like kind of you have to like try to rewire yourself to not get sucked into it. But
Bill Burr did a whole like 10-minute chunk about that in his one special with the purple background.
What do you think he's going to do in Saudi Arabia?
Dude, he's getting fucking eaten alive, and with good reason.
I heard something that like someone posted him talking about something that was like basically criticizing what he's doing now. Like it was his own words used against him.
Yeah, it's from his old podcast. Like, oh, these people, they're so corrupt. They'll take money from fucking dictators. Like, they'll do anything like for money. And now he's going to Saudi Arabia to do the Riyadh Comedy Festival. He is getting roasted right now.
My quick little side tangent about that. I could see people who hadn't made it, or like when you see Dancing with the Stars and stuff like that, like kind of more like B-list actors or stuff. The people that haven't been like mainstream for a while. And you'd be like, okay, I see that. You do that. You revitalize your career. You make some money. You get to perform. These people that are going to this thing are like already top. They're don't have to do it.
Comedians in the world.
They don't have to do this. And they're definitely not getting life-changing. It's not even life-changing money.
Yeah, it's like, I think Bill Burr, they said that he's getting a $1.5 million to do a set, which is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But that is not changing his lifestyle that much.
He's in movies now. He's writing movies. He's had a TV show for years.
He's one of the
biggest comedians in the world. His quote that he used to quote all the time was like, "How big does your yacht gotta be?" when talking about billionaires. Mm-hmm. And now he's taking fucking blood money to perform in South. Like, it's
weird.
People have lost a lot of respect for it.
It's a bad look. It's a bad look.
It's a real bad look.
Yeah.
Especially like all those comedians that are like free speech, and then they're going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And I think that the comedy festival was already passed, and he was like, I went.
Yeah.
I went. They're just like us. I saw like a Chipotle and a Starbucks there, and people were like, who gives a fuck, dude?
Yes. They're just like us.
That was like what he said when he came back. He's like, yeah, I thought that it was going to be a lot more tense, but like they're just regular people, man.
Yeah, it's a regular city. The people are not the problem. It's the people in charge that is always the problem. It's not. Yeah.
Like, well, that's the other thing is like people were saying you couldn't criticize like the government, and they're like, do you think Bill Burr would take a gig in America where you were like, you're not allowed to criticize the government?
Yeah,
he'd be like, fuck you. But dude, I don't know, man. That was a wild look for him. Yeah. Other comedians on there, I could see like if Bert Kreischer, like but like Bill Burr has talked for years about like billionaires are ruining the thing. How big's your yacht gotta be?
Yeah.
All this like blood money thing. Like when the United Healthcare guy got killed by fucking Luigi.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's what happens. Mm-hmm. And now he's doing shows in Riyadh.
Yeah, I mean,
unreal.
Yeah.
Big
crazy stuff.
Anyway, Rashard.
Uncle Rucker dick slaps Rashard.
Yeah. Hits him with some knowledge. Hey, buddy, be careful out there.
Yeah.
But Veronica guides the limo driver to this garage where it's set up where Rashard and his uncle can't get out of the car. Wallace like knocks on the window and he's like, hey, Rashard, I want to talk to you. Uncle Monty, he rolls down the window. He's like, oh, no, boy. You're not talking to anybody. I got the reporter on my speed dial. I'll call him just as quick, and then I'll tell him all kinds of shit about you.
That reporter that he called basically listened to Wallace tell a story, and then the uncle said, hey, this is actually what happened. And he was like, well, I guess I believe this.
The uncle definitely paid off the reporter.
Yeah, but why would the reporter go all the way there? Like, I think the reporter for me, it feels like the reporter would have gone to make sure Wallace wasn't going to say anything, which, you know what I mean?
I think
because are people even investigating this really?
Yeah, I don't even know. I think the timeline would be he went to go visit Wallace, get the scoop, came back. Uncle was like, hey, here's however much money it takes to buy you off. Print the opposite of what Wallace said. And the reporter's like, okay, yeah, my salary's not that good.
Ugh, gross. That's awful if that happens. If that
we're talking about the world of Veronica Mars.
I know. Hey, that one reporter that Keith knows is on the up and up.
Yeah, from Vegas or whatever. Yeah.
No, he's in town. He's a Neptune guy. He just had connections.
Oh, you're right.
Vegas,
he's in San Diego. Yeah. But anyway, so Uncle Monty's like, hey, limo driver, take me out of here. And the limo driver's like, okay. This big fucking Mario mustache.
He was like, wait, the lady sitting, this little teenager sitting next to me in the front seat isn't in charge of this?
So the limo drives away, and Wallace is like, fuck, what are we going to do now? And Veronica's like, I don't know. I'm late for work, and I'm hungry. Maybe on the way home, I'll hit up a drive-thru and get a burger. And Wallace goes, that's it. The drive-thru. And Veronica's like, yeah, that's what I just said. And he's like, no. Before we took the legs and paralyzed this homeless man, we went to a drive-thru. We went to White Castle, and we can find whoever was working the drive-thru. There's got to be security footage. They can show that Rashard was driving. That was like 5 minutes before we paralyzed a man.
Yeah.
I am going to fucking drive back to Chicago right now, and I'm going to figure that out.
Yeah, that was his plan, wasn't it? He was going to drive to Chicago.
That's what I think his plan was, yeah.
That is not a quick drive to the Midwest.
Unless he drove to the airport, got a ticket, and then flew there, flew back. But it seemed like he was like, I'm driving to Chicago. See you, Veronica.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, the guy that was working the drive-thru, of course he's going to remember. Veronica's like, is he even going to remember? He's like, yeah, he asked Rashard for his autograph.
Yeah.
So his mission now is to find this drive-thru person.
And possibly the surveillance cameras.
Yeah. So then Veronica goes to work and she's like, damn it, I was late and I didn't get to eat. And look who's here, but fucking Weevil. And she puts on her apron. And before she walks over to Weevil, she gets stopped by a guy it's karaoke night.
It's karaoke night.
This guy is like, I'm going to go sing some karaoke. And who is this guy, dear viewers? This guy is Britt Daniel, the lead singer of the band Spoon, who I fucking love. They've played Spoon on the Veronica Mars show before. They play Spoon at the end of this episode. Rob Thomas, the creator of the show, must be a huge Spoon fan.
Jabba the Hutt is turning into the Bronze. And we get a call back to the Lars guy, bad singing karaoke, goes back to his girl. Britt Daniel goes up, kills it. And then we see Lars's girl once again swooning over the lead singer of Spoon.
Yep.
And Lars
you
is
ever
like,
listen to Spoon?
I've heard some songs, but never like just listened. Yeah.
Spoon's great. They're just like a solidly good band.
Yeah. Also had he was on the soundtrack of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Spoon was?
Yeah.
Or just Britt Daniel?
On IMDb, I think I saw it. I wasn't sure if I don't know the soundtrack that deep of Spider-Man Homecoming, but he was involved in that somehow.
But yeah, Spoon, great band. If you've never listened to Spoon, check them out. I saw him live in Baltimore.
Is the song that he sings just for this episode, or is that another song?
I didn't recognize that as a Spoon song.
Okay. The Veronica song?
Yeah.
That she interacts with that motivates her to keep doing what she's doing.
That she gets inspired by. Yeah. I gotta say, as much as I love Spoon and as much as I love Britt Daniel, who's got like just a very weird and unique voice, one thing that was driving me fucking crazy, and this is all the years of stand-up comedy within me, when he takes the microphone out of the mic stand, he leaves the mic stand in front of him. And it fucking drove me insane.
Yeah, you do take the microphone out and you slide the mic stand to the right or left.
Move the stand to the side or behind you. You don't want to have anything in front of you when you're performing. You can keep the mic in the stand if that can be something. But if you take the mic out of the stand, that stand needs to move.
Tips for up and coming stand-ups.
Yeah, if you are out there and you're listening and you're like, I'm thinking about getting in a stand-up, there are some stage presence rules. That's one of them. Do not leave the mic stand in front of you if you take it out of the stand.
I mean, Britt Daniel doesn't have a lot of experience of being on stage, so I'm sure he doesn't know this.
Well, he usually is playing a guitar when he's on stage, so I'll give him some grace.
Well, that's the thing. You would just leave it in the stand.
Yeah, he would leave the mic in the stand and play the guitar, but if he's got to take it out, he could be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and the mic is out of the stand. Oh, Jesus.
I wasn't paying that much attention, but I would think that he would grab onto the mic, but keep it in the stand so you can do that lean and back.
Yes.
You know.
Now that's a good move.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rock star move.
Yeah.
But yeah. Don't do that, people. Move the stand. Yeah. But he's singing a song about a girl named Veronica throughout this entire scene.
Mm-hmm.
So Veronica goes and she meets with Weevil, and he's like, Veronica, I need you to bug confessionals at St. Mary's Church. And Veronica's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
She's like, why would I do that for you? Like, you're just here asking me. And the nerve of Veronica to be like, oh, it's Ask Veronica for a Favor Day. Bitch, that's all you fucking do.
My thing was also, well, we'll get to it at the end of the scene, but Veronica being like, I don't know if I can bug a confessional. I've never done anything like that, like listening to counselor sessions with students or steal medical files of my ex-boyfriend. Like, I've never done anything like that.
She doesn't want to get in bad with God, though.
Yeah.
Medicine, school counseling, therapy. No.
God, who she totally believes in.
Yeah. She's definitely a devout believer.
Yeah.
But Veronica's like, why would I help you, Weevil? And then Logan, who's sitting a table across, is like, because you're not doing it just for him. You're doing it for me, too. And Veronica's like, what the fuck? Are you guys working together on this? And they're like, yeah, but we can't be seen together because it could be bad for us.
Yeah.
And Veronica's like, you guys are so crazy. And they're like, look, we think that the church is where the Fitzpatricks and the PCHers are like, that's where they're doing drug dealing, and we need to stop that from happening. So we need you to bug the confessional to make sure that that's what's going on. We need evidence. And then Veronica turns to Britt Daniel, who starts singing, Veronica, Veronica. And she smiles.
Do it for the
like,
boys, Veronica. You can save the day. You got time to save Wallace, time to save Logan. Weevil needs your help.
And she smiles. She turns back. Because Logan says, like, can't you just save my ass without comment?
Yeah.
I was like, the nerve.
How many times has she saved you?
Right? She turns back and she's like, no, I'm not going to save your ass without comment. That's the only thing that makes this shit worthwhile. And you know what? I'm not going to bug a confessional. Not audio-wise, anyway.
Dude, that's what I was like, come on. That's the line that she draws?
Yeah, no, she's not going to listen in. But I'll bug it with a video camera. And they're like, sure, fine, whatever.
And I was like, man, that technology in the early 2000s for bugging a confessional 24/7 with video. All right.
Well, this is the mid 2000s. We're at the mid 2000s.
We're mid 2000s. Yeah, I remember the mid 2000s.
Me too. I was in high school.
I don't remember the technology being. I mean, for her to have this technology, like, does she have to borrow this from? What did
I was gonna say, you weren't a spy though, Vance. You weren't a spy.
You don't know what I was doing.
You know what? You're right. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
Nope.
Apologies. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My house is bugged by Vance. He's listening in. So yeah, she's gonna bug the confessional with a video camera. Thanks to the inspiration from Britt Daniel of Spoon.
ABC Wednesdays, Shifting Gears is back.
He has arisen.
Tim Allen and Kat Dennings return in television's #1 new comedy.
What?
With a star-studded premiere including Jenna Elfman, Nancy Travis, and...
Hey, buddy!
A big home improvement reunion.
Welcome.
Oh, boy.
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears, new Wednesdays, 8/7 Central on ABC, and stream on Hulu.
The new Popeyes and Hot Ones menu is fire flavor. Trust me because I'm about to eat it. Woo! That hits right away. Attempt the Popeyes Hot Ones menu in stores. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Limited time in participating U.S. restaurants.
So we go back to Keith. Keith is listening into the Dick Casablancas questioning interrogation by Sheriff Lamb. And Dick Casablancas is like, yeah, man, I don't know what was up with that fucking bus, but it smelled bad. So I did not want to get back into it. I called a limo. That's the story. And then he's like, do you know a guy named Curly Moran? And Dick's like, oh, yeah, he fixed my dad's car a couple times. So then Keith's listening to Beaver's interrogation. And Beaver's like, yeah, it did kind of stink in that bus. I'm not going to lie. And then Dick was like, we should get a limo to get us out of there. And that's like the first good idea Dick's ever had. So I was like, yeah, I'll get in the limo. Then Lamb is like, did you know Curly Moran? And Beaver's like, yeah, my dad. He worked on cars with my dad, but he only took Dick because, that's manly stuff. And I'm not a man. My dad doesn't think of me as a man.
I don't know why. What did he do? Why is he not trying to make Beaver a man? Beaver wants to be in.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know what the thing is with Beaver. Like, we don't know the character well enough to see like that he's a dork or whatever.
I don't know the moment that the dad was like, I just gave up on this kid. You know what? He's 10 years old. He's a lost cause.
But then Veronica comes home and Keith tells her.
This is definitely season 2 sequel stuff, because this is reminiscent of when Veronica was listening to the stolen tapes of the Lily Kane murder, and with Keith interviewing all the people. So it was one of those things I'm listening to, and he's got it's like he has the same tape recorder and earphones. And he's like, you're here? I'm going to take these out. Veronica, you have never seen Keith once with headphones in.
Yeah. So then Veronica comes home and Keith is like, hey, just to let you know, I've been looking into the dead rat bus crash thing. The thing I should have been probably doing for a little bit, but it wasn't. Started listening to some interviews, and
He doesn't tell her that he listens to interviews.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I gotta say, what if the dead rat wasn't because you're a rat? What's something that a dead rat is good for? And Veronica's like, I don't know, it smells really bad. And he's like, precisely. What if the dead rat wasn't a shot at you, Veronica? What if it was a warning to the rest of the rich kids to get them off of the bus, because only they could afford to get a limo out of the bus and the poor kids couldn't? So maybe it's not all about you, Veronica Mars. And Veronica's like, I never thought about that.
Now, this would be a very elaborate plan to get rich kids off of a bus, and it's stupid and dumb. Yep. Like, there's a better way to get them off the bus. Also, do the poor kids not smell it? It's a dead rat in a small confined space. The teacher would be like, what the fuck is this smell? No other person was complaining about the smell besides like Dick and like some other people. Like, no one was like, we can't get back on that bus. Bus driver, figure out what that smell is. Like, because they're at the thing. The bus driver will be like going down the bus and be like, what the fuck is this smell? Yeah. There is no way all these kids wouldn't be freaking out, and Miss Dumas wouldn't be freaking out about it. It's a dead giant rat underneath.
Hey, poor kids are used to the smell of dead rats. They're in their houses all the time.
They're not even like poor kids. They're like middle class.
That's like their Glade plugins is dead rat.
Like at the end of that episode, we see Meg and she's sitting on a bus and she's like, Veronica's not on the bus. Yeah, everyone's here. She would be like, this bus fucking reeks, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go home to my abusive parents.
Yep. I don't know what to say, but yeah, I guess Miss Dumas has to be on the bus no matter what, because she's the chaperone.
Yeah, but I think her and the bus driver would be like, what the fuck is this smell? We have 3 hours while they're at the stadium. Let's figure this shit out. It's no way.
Yeah.
So elaborate.
I agree.
And then they were like, well, I guess the rich kids will just not take the bus back.
Right.
I
mean, they could have literally just had their parents like, hey, you're not going to ride with those poors. Here's a limo.
Or just, there's so many other ways for this to happen. But yeah.
So then we have Veronica. She's at school and she's like, oh, the rich kids. They're always richy rich. You see Dick just giving a kid the most insane wedgie of all time.
Yo,
and Veronica's waxing poetic about the separation of society. And
I think if you're like friends with someone and you gave them a wedgie, that's one thing. But if you're just getting bullied wedgied, I say you just turn around and just punch the guy in the throat and just take the ass kicking that you might get afterwards. But you can't just be getting wedgied like that.
Bro got picked up. Like, that's crazy.
He went airborne off his tidy whities.
Yeah, dude. That's so bad. That's got to hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, then Wallace shows up. And Veronica's like, do you figure out anything? How was your drive to Chicago?
Wait, but before that, while Dick is giving a wedgie, the voiceover, Veronica goes, you know what? Dad thinks I wasn't the target of the bus crash, but I'm definitely the target of the bus crash. And my thought with that is, if you think you were the target of that bus crash, how are you not worried that they're going to try again? How are you going about your day if you think someone's willing to murder a bus full of kids to kill you? I think they will keep coming.
Yeah.
Like, how are you just like going to work at night by yourself?
Not sure.
Yeah.
Everything's all about Veronica, though, always.
I would be terrified if I thought someone blew up a bus to kill me. And I didn't. Yeah.
I mean, Logan's walking around after getting shotgun blasted. Like, he's not worried.
They were aiming for Veronica. They weren't going for Logan. It's about her. Main character syndrome.
But yeah, so then Wallace shows up and he's like, drive-through guy hasn't come to work since the night of the accident. Surveillance video's gone. And Wallace is like, I think that Uncle Monty bought him off.
You're blowing my mind because I didn't think about it because the episode was moving. But did he drive to Chicago and back?
Well,
how did he find this information?
How
did he find this? It's not a phone call. It's not like you can call White Castle. I guess he could technically, but
I guess. But I think that's what happened.
No way, dude.
Maybe he did phone call it in.
Maybe he had his dad. Maybe he called his dad, but it seemed like he was speeding away. He doesn't get phone service in the garage where he was. So maybe he called his dad to go look into that.
That could be. But it does seem like he's like, I got it. I got to figure out who was working the drive-thru. Gets in his car and he's like, bye, Veronica.
You know, it's funnier to think that he's just been driving for 24 hours. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because he is in a time crunch. He's got 5 days to prove his innocence. That's like at least a day and a half, 2 days driving to and from Chicago. Where does his mom think he is?
I think he's back the next day. I think this is the next day, right?
God damn, that's a drive, dude.
Because she was going to work that night and she ran into all those people. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that would be...
We don't have to do the math. This is you're already...
I'm doing the math.
He did.
I'm doing the math.
We're just going to get corrected. We're just going to get corrected. And
I mean, we're going to get corrected. They're going to say, no, he definitely phone called. But that is a 29-hour and 47-minute drive as of this moment where we're recording.
Wait, one way or round trip?
One way.
Oh, yeah, one way. Because, like...
San Diego to Chicago. I'm just estimating Neptune's around San Diego.
Yeah.
That's a fucking...
No, he
drive,
flew.
Dude.
He just flew. Yeah.
He probably just called his dad. Because his dad, he probably just called his dad. But it's funny to think that he drove. Yeah. So he thinks that the drive-through worker got bought off. Are there White Castles in Chicago too? I thought that was like a Jersey thing.
Are there White Castles out here?
I don't think so.
Now those are real questions.
Nah. Hold on. White Castle, Chicago.
Are you enjoying the podcast, listeners?
This is why we haven't gotten a shout out in a long time. There are White Castles in Chicago. There's at least 3.
All right.
There's one in Chinatown. And there's one in Portage Park, it looks like. They're right by the quote unquote beach that they have in Chicago.
Yeah, if you're a Chicago listener, let us know. I don't know if we've heard from any.
Chicagoan.
I don't know if we've heard from anybody from Chicago.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So Veronica, she's at church. She's going to bug the confessional. Puts a video camera in there. She does a little prayer like, hey, please forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
She starts talking to herself out loud about like, oh boy, I'm going to hell for this. And the priest is in the confessional already. He's like, it's a little early for confession, but why do you think you're going to hell? And she's like, well, I do bad things. And he's like what? She's like, well, I follow bad people and I expose the bad things that they do. And the priest is like, I wasn't always a priest. I know what it's like living a rough life and doing bad things. And then she's like, oh yeah. And he's like, yeah, it reminds me of this Bible verse though. And it's about like the basic premise of the Bible verse is about like forgiving your enemies and feeding them and blah, 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 turning the other cheek. And Veronica's like, okay, cool. I'm not going to do that. I just bugged this confessional. So thank you, Father Fitzpatrick.
I love the slightly clunkiness of her saying, I'm going to go to hell out loud, even though we've seen her do voiceover and inner monologue for a season and a half now. But just for this one moment so that she has to have confession, she's going to say it out loud.
Yeah.
You know when you talk out loud when you're in something, trying to do something sneaky?
Yeah. Yeah. I always do that.
And you start talking to yourself.
Wow, I'm going to hell for this one. Priest's like, what's that?
Nothing. Just doing a legal activity here.
No, bugging the people in church because I'm being so loud. Oh, man. So, yeah, she leaves. She's bugged the confessional. Veronica then meets up with Wallace, and they're like, all right, here's what we're doing. We're going to a frat party where Rashard is. And they're walking up to the frat party, and Veronica's like, it's Alpha Nu Sigma or whatever. And Wallace is like, Alpha Nu Sigma, like the all-black frat? And they show the frat, and it's a bunch of black people, and Veronica's like, oh, yeah, you're right. I should probably not go to this. And I was thinking, I was like, couldn't she just go to the party though?
She could absolutely go to the party.
Yeah.
And this party actually looks like it's pretty fun.
No, that party looks banging.
This is a mid-2000s party, and I'm like, yeah, I've been to this. And yeah, it also doesn't make sense when we find out later what happens. Thinking about this moment right now doesn't make any sense considering what we know later. But yeah, she could absolutely go to that party. It's fine. It's not it's a black frat, but it's not like
she can't be in the frat, but she can go to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. But
and it's not like they're trying to blend. It's not like they're trying to blend in. Wallace is the not wanted one there.
Yeah. But Veronica's like, I don't know. I'm going to stick out like a sore thumb. I feel a little uncomfortable around some not that I'm ready. I just think I'll wait in the car.
Wallace, I like you and all, but I mean, I'll have dinner.
Wallace, you're one of the good ones. I can trust you. But Wallace is like, don't worry about it. I'm going to go, and you can just like sit and wait in the car. She's like, oh, thank God. Thank you. I'm not racist, but I feel more comfortable in the car.
I'm going to roll up my windows. Lock
the doors. I'm going to lock the door. So he goes into the party, and he runs into Rashard, and he's like, hey, Rashard, can I talk to you? They go into the kitchen. He's like, hey, man, what you're doing's wrong. You got to do the right thing. And Rashard's like, fuck you.
What's the right thing at this point for him? Is the right thing at this point is him just going to jail.
Right. And Rashard's like, fuck you. You tried to rat me out. And you're trying to ruin my life and ruin my future. And I got like a big signing deal. And Wallace goes, yeah, I heard. Probably like $50 million. I get it. but you gotta do the right thing. And Rashard's like, fuck you.
I do love that Wallace is like, but I'm going to go to jail.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, nah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
Yeah.
He's like, I got $50 million on the line. What a specific number when he's not even in college yet.
Right? Can you even get that deal?
No, I mean, he has to like play at least 1 year. At this point, you still have to play 1 year of college before you could be drafted in the
Isn't
NBA.
that still the deal?
No, you can go straight out of high
Yeah.
school now, I think.
Really?
I think so. I think they lifted it.
They reversed that rule.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Or I think they reversed that rule. But coming out of high school, going straight to college was also like kind of one of those, like, not a lot of people could do that
Yeah.
in general. Also, you
Well, they
build
have
your-
NIL in college now, too.
Yeah. So now you can get paid in college, but also some kids would play overseas for a year just because because, you know, you're coming from a lower economic place and like, hey, let me go overseas, make money for a year and then come in, especially if you're like a top name. But
Isn't that
playing
what the Ball brothers did?
No, one of them went and played in the Australian League.
Yeah, I think LiAngelo did. The one that's
LaMelo,
like the least talented.
LaMelo did. LiAngelo ended up playing in like Greece, but I think the other one played at UCLA or something.
Yeah, Lonzo
Ball.
played at
Yep.
UCLA.
Yeah, but no, there's been players like Jennings or whatever. But if you play in college, you get to do March Madness. You get to more TV time. You get to build your, you know, you're gonna be more. Like if you go to Duke, everyone's gonna see you play, basically.
Yeah.
So
Wallace is like, damn, he's not going to do the right thing. He's not going to admit to a hit and run and lose his future in $50 million.
And he also finds out that like it wasn't just the uncle.
Yeah. Yeah, because Wallace is like, this is your uncle talking. And Rashard's like, this is me talking, my dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, if you come at me, I'll come back at you 50 million times harder. And Wallace is like, damn.
Wallace like, hey, I don't know how long I'm going to be in jail, but can I get a 2 million, a million?
Yeah.
Half a. Can you pay for Veronica's college?
I'll take for the fall for this, but you got to Abel Kuntz me. You got to give me some money. But Wallace is leaving. He's all dejected, and he sees Jackie at the party, and she's talking to Rashard. And Wallace is like, Jackie, what are you doing here talking to Rashard? You got to stay away from that guy. That guy is bad news. And Jackie's like, you don't fucking own me. You left and you went to Chicago. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And Wallace is like, can't believe this shit. And Rashard stands up and he's like, is this guy bothering you? I'm going to get him kicked out. And he's like, hey, brothers of the Alpha Nu Sigma, whatever, this guy's causing a problem for me and my sweet, sweet girl. Kick his ass out. And then Wallace gets dragged into a closet. And then one of the frat brothers like sits on a chair in front of the closet. You just hear Wallace going, hey, let me out of the closet.
I really thought they were dragging him out of the party. And then when they
Me
put
too,
him in
I
the
thought they were
closet,
going to Jazzy Jeff him.
When they dragged him into the closet, I was like, so you're going to have to watch him in the closet the whole night? Just throw him out the party.
Be one guy sitting in front of that closet the rest of the party. That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I loved hearing Wallace go, hey, let me out of
let
this
me out of the
closet.
I love when they're dragging him away and he's so small.
Yeah.
His legs are kicking.
Yeah. But he's in the closet now, and Jackie turns to Rashard and she's like, hey, you know where we should go? We should go to this club in Hollywood that I know of. And Rashard's like, my uncle says I should stay at this party. Can't be really going anywhere. And Jackie's like, oh, I didn't know you were a pussy. Didn't know you were a fucking little bitch. You gotta ask your uncle for everything? You gotta ask your uncle for permission to go to club in Hollywood, Mr. Rashard. And Rashard's like, no, I'm a man. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I call my own shots. Yeah, let's go to this club in Hollywood. And Jackie's like, hell yeah. Let's go to the club in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that is consistent with her character because she was going to clubs.
Yeah, consistent with her character. Interesting that he's leaving this house party with lots of women.
Yeah.
For Jackie. But Jackie's like, hey, Jackie knows what she's got.
She got the riz.
She got the riz. And they leave and they walk out and it's raining, which is always fun in a show like this because it doesn't rain a lot out here. So it's always interesting when it rains. Could just definitely not what they wanted. It's not a rain machine. It just happens to be raining. And Jackie's driving. Jackie's driving.
Yeah, right? She's the chauffeur.
Yeah.
She's driving. Veronica sees them getting in the car together. Veronica looks like, Jackie's at it again.
Mm-hmm.
And she sees them drive off and I'm going to follow them. I don't know where Wallace is. He could probably be dead in there, but I'm going to follow Jackie and Rashard. And that's before we find out what we find out. I was like, damn, Veronica's just leaving her boy there?
Did she pull off?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
So,
she definitely does. Yeah.
She definitely does.
Yeah.
So Wallace, he eventually gets out of the closet.
Yeah, I guess they just were like, hey, the person that told us to lock you in here is gone now, and I guess we're not mad at you anymore.
Yeah,
like,
they were sitting there for 15 minutes and like, wait, why are we taking orders from a high schooler?
They were like, oh, we're NPCs. Okay, now it's time to go.
So Wallace is walking around all dejected and Uncle Monty shows up.
He's still at the party, which is insane.
Yeah. And Uncle Monty's there with his pinstripe suit. And he's like, hey, what are you doing here, you rat? You're a rat. Where's my son? Where's my nephew? Have you seen Rashard? And Wallace is like, you know what? I have seen Rashard. He left with my ex-girlfriend. I think I know where he's going because he's going to a club with my ex-girlfriend. I know where she hangs out. So then we see, I thought they were going to go together.
I thought they were going to go together. She's like, you know what? I think it'll be fun if I tell you where they are. So I was like, okay. And I thought they were going to go together. But then we see a cab pull up in front of a club and it's just Rucker gets out. And I'm like, oh, so they're not going there together. Okay. Yeah.
So Uncle Rucker shows up. And he's going through the metal detector. Well, we see Jackie and Rashard go to the club first. And they're obviously in there. Uncle Rucker shows up. He's going through the metal detector. And the bouncer, he's like, hey, we got to take your phone. Put all your metal objects in here. Bouncer, you don't see his face, but you see his super huge body as he was described.
The super huge deputy that we met last episode.
He takes Uncle Rucker's phone, swaps it with a different phone, gives it back to him, gives that phone to Veronica, who is there. And she's like, thanks, super huge deputy. He's like, no problem. He's like, you want to party a little bit?
And
she's like, no.
She's like, no, there's already enough underage kids here, bouncer.
Yep. So then she leaves, goes back to the church, picks up her bug device from the pew, starts reviewing the footage. She doesn't see any drug distribution going on, but she does see something suspicious. So, well, actually, no, she does not see any drug distribution coming on. And she's like, I don't really know. It seems like nothing shady's going on here. But there might be something a little shady. So then Weevil and Veronica meet at school early, and Weevil was like, what the hell am I doing here so early, Veronica? And she's like, all right. So Father Patrick Fitzpatrick is not the one dealing drugs, but watch this video. Here's Liam Fitzpatrick. He comes in, puts a hymnal in there, and watch what happens with that hymnal. And she fast forwards a little bit, and then a PCHer comes in, and he picks up the hymnal, and Weevil's like, that must be how they're doing the drug deals. But I gotta see this PCHer's face. Thankfully, PCHer turns fully in front of the camera so you can see his face. And who is it? It's Thumper. Can you believe it?
Yes.
The one that's been seemingly on Weevil's side this whole time. He's the one that's been doing business with the Fitzpatricks.
Now, I haven't been to church in a while consistently, but I don't remember bringing my own hymnal and like walking in and out of church with a hymnal.
Well, you can bring a hymnal from the pew to the confessional, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, you also aren't dealing drugs in confession.
Again, Joe, you don't know what I'm doing.
Well, what the fuck? I gotta get to know you better, Vance. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you ordinarily wouldn't bring your own hymnal.
I guess you're because I'm saying the hymnal that has the drugs in it would have to come from outside of the church.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And then you would think that you're walking out of the church with the hymnal, not going to the pew and putting it in your pocket. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But it's fine. That's
a
small thing about here. But yeah, Thumper's dealing some drugs.
Yeah, with Liam.
Mm-hmm.
So next day, Wallace is at lunch and Veronica gives Wallace Uncle Rucker's phone. And Wallace is like, fuck yeah. And then Jackie shows up and she's like, everything went according to plan. And it was like, oh shit, Jackie was in on this.
Yeah.
I was like, no fucking way.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's a nice little twist, but some of it doesn't make sense after all of that. But
yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Jackie's like, all right, that was a fun little heist situation that we pulled off. You know me, I'm great at bagging guys. It just comes naturally to me. Of course, Rashard fell into my trap. I'm a sweet little hot baby girl.
I'm a sweet little honey pot.
Speaking of being a sweet little honey hot piece of ass, Wallace, how about after the game you and I got together? And then Wallace is like, yeah. And then another girl shows up.
A girl we've seen before.
Yes,
seen
we
multiple
have.
times.
Yep. Is this the girl with the broken arm or whatever?
Okay, this is Jane, the one that had the broken leg or leg in the brace.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Wallace seemed not to really give her the time of day. This is the actress from The Tick and one of these video games and The Boys most recently. And she was also in the sex ed class who was sneezing a lot and had to get up and leave. And I didn't understand what the sneezing thing was.
Yeah, that never really paid off for anything.
No, but she's back again. And now Wallace has got plans with her after.
Yeah, because she's like, Wallace, we still good for after the game? And he's like, you know it, babe. Then she walks away. And Jackie looks at Wallace and he looks at Jackie like,
play
I'm a hot commodity. I'm a hot commodity, babe. I'm the star basketball. What you expect? What you expect?
And Jackie doesn't really get pissed off. She looks over at like Veronica and they're like, boys will be boys.
Yeah, Veronica is even like, he's incorrigible.
Yeah. I was like, this is
Don't
such a
you know
wholesome...
that's Wallace?
It was like the most wholesome exchange when it could have been the most dramatic thing.
Yeah, I would have thought that Jackie would have like rolled her eyes and then been a little pissed or something, but she's just like, oh, Wallace.
Because early in that scene, Jackie's like, I'm always good at getting guys. It's just keeping the good ones is hard. And she like looks at Wallace and I don't know. I kind of like this dynamic in the group.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, because I didn't know what they were going to do with Jackie starting out. Like it was going to be like, is she going to be like just a chaos force with drug problems But I don't know. It's interesting to see where she goes. And I got to say, Tessa Thompson in this episode, I really get like, you can see the star quality in her right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so let me go.
Let's talk about this plan for a minute.
Okay.
Everything going according to plan. So when they go to this party, which they obviously have Tessa Thompson already going to.
Yeah.
Was Veronica going to go in there to begin with?
Maybe she just didn't know. And this is a gap in Veronica's knowledge. You would think that she would research what the frat party is all about. What a frat is all about.
Or at least when you told Tessa about it, she would be like, oh yeah, I know that frat, or I've heard of it. Because Wallace knows what the frat is when he walks up to it. You know?
Yeah.
So that's just whatever. But then she sees Tessa leaving with her. And the look that we get from Veronica in the car seems like, oh, Tessa's doing, or Jackie's doing the thing again. But instead, it's like, ha, the plan is working according to plan. It's going according to plan.
It is like a smirk, like
yeah. If you
and
on
it
a
could
second
go
watch,
either way. The smirk is like, oh, that's Jackie.
But then you get to the club and you wonder, and also Wallace sending Rucker to the club, because they did a great job acting like in the party, Jackie and Wallace as if they didn't like each other, and that really antagonized and pushed them together more, you know, because now Rucker really wants to stick it to Wallace by sticking it to his girl, literally. So So, but here's the thing. So they had to know that they were going to send him to the club, and then they had to get his exact phone, which they know what model the phone is because he kept waving it out of the limo. He's like, I have the chief of police on the phone. I was like, why are you showing your phone like that, dude? We could just believe you. But it's like, oh, they have to know the model so that they can then get the same phone. He should have immediately known it wasn't his phone, like that night.
Right?
Like, that guy seems like he makes phone calls every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So they had to do that switcheroo. And I guess, I mean, it technically works as a plan, but yeah, it's fine. I just like that they were a nice trio. I like the fact that they have a lot of them working together. I like it.
It was a nice trio. When Wallace is going out with the other girl and like kind of Jackie's sitting there like, damn. I was even kind of like, damn, Wallace. I mean, I don't know. I thought I was like, that's kind of rude for a girl that's like saved your ass a little bit, you know? But player's gonna play.
Yeah. And it seemed like he didn't like Jane at all when Jane was like flirting with him the first time.
Yeah. Maybe Jane's a freak though.
Oh, Jane's definitely going to be a freak.
That's how she broke her leg.
But Jane is a little too... Jane is a little too obsessed with Wallace. It's tricky because Jane's obsession to Wallace versus Jackie's obsession with Wallace is different. And I'm more terrified. Well, Jackie's like attached to him emotionally because she grew to like him. Jane is obsessed with him from afar to a point where it's like, oh my God, like it's getting
Finale.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We shall see.
Yeah.
I think it's going nowhere.
And this is where, like I said, we get close to the end of episodes and we get the horror movie vibes because they start right here. This is
at the end of this,
once the main story ends, the horror begins.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, that kind of worked out for everybody. That worked out good. But then we have the PCHers meeting at the docks. Weevil pulls up and he's like, hey, PCHers, there's a traitor amongst us. He's been dealing drugs and been working with the Fitzpatricks to sell drugs. You know anything about that, Thumper? And Thumper's like, yeah, I do. It's me. So what? And Weevil's like, you're breaking the rules of the PCHers. And Thumper goes, yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. Sell a couple drugs to some rich white boys. And you know who else doesn't think it's a big deal? The rest of the gang. You see the rest of the gang kind of like, yeah, we don't really give a fuck.
We joined this gang to make money, I think. I don't know.
Yeah. And Weevil's like, are you guys kidding me? You're dealing with the Fitzpatricks who killed Felix's brother, Grim Gustavo, or whatever his name is.
Reaper or something.
Yeah. And Thumper's like, yeah, you know what? It's funny that you talk about like, breaking the rules. We shouldn't be doing business with the enemy, right? And we was like, yeah, that shit pisses me off. And Thumper goes, so why the fuck are you meeting up with Logan Eccles, who we think killed Felix? And Weevil immediately, tail between his legs, head slumped down like, oh no.
Now, here's when I wrote in my notes and got rid of it, but now I'm going to bring it back up. He does that like, oh no, they know I hung out with Logan. But didn't he have Thumper and someone else kidnap Logan and torture him? And like Logan admitted to the point where it's like, yeah, I don't think Logan did it.
Yeah.
And so not just Thumper, but Thumper and someone else were there for that point. So I don't know why Weevil doesn't push back here and be like, Logan didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because that's what he needs to come back with. Like, you just were seen with Logan, but that's not.
Instead, he hangs his head and he's got puppy dog eyes like, oh no, I'm found out.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not worse than them working with the Fitzpatricks or that you know that Logan didn't kill the guy. I mean, there's reasons to hate Logan, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that's not, I don't know.
So then Thumper's like, I think you're out of the fucking group. And Weevil's like, no, you can't do this to me. And then the rest of the gang swarms Weevil.
It's so awkward.
It's very awkward. That overhead shot is so bad.
And they just circle around him and they get close to him to the point where I'm like, are they just
no
going to
one
do
can
a
even throw a
shoving
punch?
Yeah. It's so weird. And then they cut.
It's like a rugby scrum.
Yeah. And then they cut to him being like hands tied to like
well, they throw him to the ground at first. They tie him up and they hang him up from like some kind of crane or something. Yeah. And they just fucking whoop the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And they all take turns punching him. And then Thumper's standing at the top of... he's at the top of like a cherry picker or something. He's like, all right, that's enough. Everybody take Weevil's bike, throw it into the ocean. He's done. And then so they all leave except for Hector.
No, I think it's Thumper there with them, right?
Well, it's Thumper and Hector, I think.
Well, Hector's the one he tells to throw the bike into the ocean. No, it's just the one at the end. I think it's just him and Thumper. Because he tells Hector, I think that's Hector. He tells him to take Weevil's bike, throw it in the ocean, and I'll come and pick you up. So this last bit is just like a Thumper Weevil 1-to-1.
Yeah. So Thumper comes down. Weevil's on the ground. He's all bloodied and cut up. And he goes up to Weevil and he's like, yeah, you're out of the fucking gang. And Weevil's like, I think you're the one that killed Felix now. And I'm going to tell the rest of the PCHers.
Why do you say that at any point during you getting punched and beaten? Why are you saving this? Why are you saving this reveal?
I don't know. But then Thumper's like...
Self-preservation.
He's got none.
All right,
so Thumper's like, oh yeah? You think you're going to tell the PCHers? Well, what about this? I've got a video of you beating up Curly Moran. And you wouldn't want that to get out, would you? You better keep your fucking mouth shut or I'm going to expose this video. And I was like, what is going on now?
I was like, why is him beating up Curly Moran? What?
Maybe that's why Curly drove into the ocean because he was too beat up and couldn't see straight. He has a big black swollen eye.
That's why he wrote Veronica Mars on his hand?
Yeah, I guess. Dude, I don't know. I none of this is making sense to me.
I was like, wait, so and like Weevil wasn't on a school trip, so it's not like Curly blew up the bus to kill Weevil. I was just when he threatened to like, I'm gonna show you beating up a guy. I guess that means they would assume that he killed him. Like I can't tell when with the Curly thing, I can't tell when the beating happened and how long between the beating and Curly dying, you know? Because it didn't.
So Weevil met up with Veronica while she was at the gas station and Curly Moran was still alive. So it could be that Weevil doesn't like Curly Moran and maybe like...
We don't know that Curly was still alive then.
Yeah, he was because he was driving the bus.
Curly Moran's not the bus driver. That's Ed.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. No, Curly Moran is the stunt guy.
The stunt
mechanic.
guy, an explosives expert mechanic.
And Weevil mentioned that he was at a bar because that earring was found at the bar.
Yeah.
Weevil's earring was found at the bar. Veronica noticed it. They had a sidebar they had a little talk in the hallway about it. He's like, yeah, I went down to that bar and I found out about it. That's when we first find out about the Fitzpatricks. Is through that. So, but I don't know what showing the cops that he beat up a guy outside of a bar that's now dead would they charge him for the murder of Curly? Because I don't think beating him up would be, I don't know.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. I thought they were going to have to kill Weevil. I also didn't know that there was a thing where you get jumped out of, I guess that's what they did with his cousin Chardo. They jumped him out of the gang. Normally you get jumped to get in, and I guess you get jumped to get out. It's just a lot of getting beat up in the game.
I'm jumping. Yeah.
I thought they were gonna have to kill him.
That's why I never got into a gang.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want this jumping.
Yeah. There's too much paddling at a frat, so no, don't join a frat.
Yeah. Just be cool. Have friends.
A lot of hazing. I thought they were gonna have to kill Weevil. I thought that would be the move.
Yeah.
If he killed Felix, why not kill Weevil? Like, if you're okay killing
especially
Felix,
once he sent everybody else away, like, kill Weevil.
Kill Weevil.
But he's got the video.
Oh, yeah. On a slow phone.
I'm curious to see how this is all going to play out and connect. Yeah. I just think it's also like this has been over 12 episodes now, and so much of the bus accident has been in the background at this point.
Well, it's the whole season, so they got to stretch it out for the 20. It's like it's a who killed Lily of it all. Yeah,
I'm just forgetting certain details about the bus accident now.
I wish I could forget.
So then we cut to just a random white guy playing jump around in like a hotel room, a very fancy hotel room with two hot ladies.
He's having a risky business party. He's got the t-shirt on, socks.
Yeah. In his underwear, he's got like a bottle of champagne. He's jumping around all right.
These girls want nothing to do with this dude.
Yeah, and he's like, ladies, what do you want? Anything you need, I can get. Let's get us some room service. He walks over. He's got a gigantic duffel bag full of cash.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, cool.
Just out in the open. You insane man.
And then he gets a knock on the door, and he opens it. And who is it? It's Nathan, Wallace's dad. Mm-hmm. He opens the door, flashes his badge. Is he still a cop, or is he?
He's still a cop. It was the mom was lying about a bunch of stuff.
Okay. So he comes in, he's like, hey, you're the drive-through guy from White Castle. I'm guessing this duffel bag full of cash is from Uncle Rucker. You got paid off? And the kid's like, oh. He's like, you spineless son of a bitch. Don't you know anything about doing the right thing, you spineless sack of monkey shit?
That's why I'm thinking he didn't call his dad about it, because his dad would have naturally tracked him down, but the dad didn't track him down until they got the phone records from the phone from Uncle Rucker.
Yeah. So you think that Wallace went to Chicago?
I think he chartered a private plane.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That checks out.
Yep.
So then we have a very nice little short montage of Weevil on the bus getting beat up. Every kid on this bus is spitting spitballs at each other.
But Weevil's not getting beat up, but he's beat.
Well, he looks beat up.
He looks beaten up.
Spoon, I Summon You is playing underneath.
I wish it was the Veronica song.
And then he gets off the bus, and Dick Casablancas is about to make fun of him. And Weevil's like, you say anything about me looking beat up, I'll knock those pretty teeth out of your head. And then Dick is like,
He covers his mouth and puts the L loser sign up.
With the shape of an L on his forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fat little rolls and they're at the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart when your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with the kid in the backseat? You never know if you don't go. Whoa, you never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Yeah, Hey, speaking of all-stars, so Wallace is at the pep rally for the Pan High game.
Beautiful transition.
Yep. And Veronica shows up, and she's like, hey, here's the phone. He gets a phone call, and it's from Uncle Rucker, and Wallace is so fucking snarky and cocky to this guy. I was like, bro, you're pushing it.
No, I loved it. Fuck that guy, dude. He got nothing on him now. They got nothing on him now.
So.
Yeah.
But he hangs up. He's like, thanks, Veronica. You really saved my ass. Without comment, it seems like. And so he goes to the pep rally, and Veronica's like, you know what? I think I'll go to this pep rally because I like you, Wallace. You're a good buddy of mine. And Wallace is like, cool. So then we go to Keith, and Keith is listening to another interrogation from the bus accident. Who is he listening to? Gia, who we haven't seen in a long time either.
Yeah, your girl, Kristen Ritter.
Yeah, so hot. So hot. I like Kristen Ritter with bangs. She doesn't have bangs anymore. She's still hot, but I like her with bangs.
I'll let her know.
Thanks. Yeah. I mean, she probably lives around you.
Yeah, maybe.
Everybody lives around you. Famous Vance. Just slumming it.
Infamous. Yeah.
Yeah. But she's like, yeah, I was at the bus and the bus smelled bad, so I got into a limo with Dick Casablancas. And Sheriff Lamb goes, you know Curly Moran? And she's like, yeah, my dad worked with him. My dad really knew him really well. My dad, Woody Goodman, who is a special guest star every episode that he's been in. My dad worked closely with Woody Goodman. He fixed my Fiat. And, yeah. And so then Keith's raising his eyebrow like, maybe Woody Goodman's got something to do with this.
Well, the thing that happens is she mentions the smell of the bus. And then she says, yeah, my dad was the one that was telling me not to take the bus back.
Yeah, even before.
Mm-hmm.
Even before I talked about the smell. My dad was telling me, don't take the bus. Don't take the bus. Whatever you do, my sweet little baby daughter, do not step foot on that bus.
So now it's like, did Woody Goodman have the bus crash happen so that he could get rid of some people that he didn't want around when he tries to build his new city?
His riffraff of Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, Woody Goodman, no.
Yeah.
Thought you were a good guy playing baseball with the kids.
You thought Woody Goodman was a good guy.
Yes, it's in the name. He's a good man. You saw him at his daughter's sleepover and how nice he was to her and terrible to his son, and as the son's mom was like abusive to the son.
or whatever. It's just
whatever
a
was
lot
going
of bad
on there.
stuff going on.
That silhouetted scene where Woody Goodman's like, I don't know what. You spilled water on the ground. You're gonna get a whooping, son. Yeah. But Veronica comes home and Keith's like, hey, did Neptune win? And she's like, yep, thanks to Wallace, who scored 18 points and had 10 rebounds. Nice little double-double for Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
And
that short rebounding point guard.
Yep. And then there is a breaking news story on TV about Sheriff Lamb questioning Terrence Cook about the bus accident because he thinks that there's a connection there for some reason.
Now, with this ending reveal, my big question was, didn't Lamb stake everything on the bus crash being the driver's fault?
I guess so. But the election's already won. It doesn't matter now.
Yeah, but I was thinking, is he even investigating the bus crash anymore? What new evidence did he discover? Because all the tapes are gone. All the tapes are gone.
Yeah.
Like what new evidence did he discover? Is this?
I don't think that anybody goes in that evidence room for like weeks at a time.
And that's an evidence room. I mean, you really don't have to like go in there unless lawyers need something or a case or as a case comes back up. But I was surprised he was still even looking into the bus crash. 1. 2, Duncan Kane and a baby just went missing like days ago. Within a week.
Over.
Yeah.
FBI is off the case. Lamb's off the case.
This small town has a lot of stuff going on. One of the most crazy murders was celebrity murder case. Wild. But
yep.
As I promised.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have a story for us.
This was the last on the DVD that I think this DVD cover had like Logan and Duncan on it.
Like on the actual disc?
Yeah, on the disc there's pictures of people on it. The next disc has Wallace and Tessa Thompson on it, I believe, on the next disc. And there's like 4 episodes on the disc. So this was the last one on this disc. And this episode worked unlike the other episode before. So then I was like, you know what? It ended. I was like, let me see what the special features are. I wonder if they did any commentary on like certain episodes. And the only special feature on this DVD was an alt ending for AOL from My Mother, the Fiend.
Okay. That was, let's see, 1, 2, 3 episodes ago?
Yeah. So that episode is the one where Veronica finds out that Meg's pregnant, I believe. Yes, at the end, we see that. So I was like, what is this alt ending going to be? So this blew my mind. This alt ending Veronica sees Meg's pregnant belly, right?
Uh-huh.
And then someone's coming into the room. So Veronica hides in the bathroom while Meg's mom comes in, right?
Uh-huh.
And then she's hiding in the bathroom, and we overhear Meg's mom like, "Oh, they're not playing your music. Oh my God, you're lovely." But like the mom's being kind of like lovey-dovey, and we hear this. And at the whole time, we're hearing the beep beep of the like monitoring device.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, it goes flatline, and we go. Eh. Veronica comes out and finds Meg with a pillow over her face. Dead.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So then, dude, this is insane.
That's not it?
That's not it. That's not it. Dude, this is insane. So then Veronica pulls the pillow off of Meg's face. A nurse comes in and goes.
And suspects Veronica.
And this nurse delivers this line, "What did you do?" And then just walks out of the room. Just casually walks out of the room. And then Veronica's left there holding a pillow while you hear the flat line of Meg being dead.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
What?
They couldn't do the whole donut run episode if that's what would have happened.
This nurse walked into the room, saw Veronica with a pillow, and then literally goes, "What did you do?" And then just leaves. Doesn't go to the patient, doesn't try to revive the pregnant woman that's in a coma. She just casually walks out. It is the weirdest line thing, but it's also insane that the mom just, it's what you kind of expect for what they're doing with the family, that the mom will be like, "I can't let my pregnant," I don't know. It is, I don't even understand how this was an alt ending. Was this I don't know what this was. This is insane.
Well, I saw an additional scene too, where Veronica comes home after that, and she says to Keith, "Meg's dead." Keith goes, "I heard, but the baby survived. The baby survived." And then they cry and hug.
And Veronica's like, I did it. I killed Meg." So I don't know when they had this alt ending if the whole next episode was even planned. I don't know.
The next episode was One Angry Veronica, the thing that really didn't have anything to do with Meg's pregnancy. And then Donut Run is the one where Meg is dead.
But I'm saying if Veronica was like, if this nurse thought that Veronica killed Meg, that would be a whole different episode next.
Yeah.
Wow. I was watching this. I was like, what is this?
That's awesome.
The shock of when she opens the door and there's a pillow just lying on Meg's face. Insane. Insanity, man. I don't even know what's worse. That they just killed her off screen randomly, or that her mom had done that and Veronica is like somehow framed. Like Veronica would be in jail. I don't even know how she proves that the nurse would have seen her with a pillow. She knows that she's jealous of Meg and Duncan's relationship. I don't know.
There's motive.
Yeah. That's all it takes.
Cameras in patient rooms, though?
No. The police station doesn't even have cameras in the evidence locker room that keeps getting
There's cameras in the hallways. They could see that the mom came in.
Yeah, they could. But yeah, I mean, of course, the main character wouldn't go to jail, but like, this would be real damning.
What a fucking wild alt ending. I'm glad that you stumbled upon that.
Oh my gosh, that was... Wow. Yeah, it was a lot.
Talk about the horror movie.
Yeah. I was
Jesus.
Like, wow. Alt ending for AOL. That's what it said.
Wow.
What the heck was going on AOL at that time? They were like, it's too...
Boop, beep, boop, beep.
They were like, this...
They
were like, the reveal of her being pregnant was like, it's good for, people watching TV. But people on AOL want something harder. Let's have the mom come in and kill her daughter. Jeez.
Did you hear that AOL disbanded their dial-up thing after 34 years recently?
Yeah, it was a little while ago, yeah. I think the email was still there.
Couple weeks.
I think the email is still there.
No, dude, I had somebody recently like, my email is blah, blah, blah at AOL.com. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That still exists? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, I know. Don't fucking clown me. And I was like, I have to just ask.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Rashard and Wallace Go to White Castle plus an alt ending for the AOL audience. Wonder if there's a way that we could clip that part out and just make it for the AOL.
Yeah, so the AOL. If you're listening on AOL, we'll just give that to you as its own little sides.
Yeah. The next episode is titled "Ain't No Magic Mountain High Enough." There's a theme park. They go to Magic Mountain, Six Flags.
What's the "Ain't No Mountain High Enough" song about?
Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough.
I like the theme park
Ain't
prediction.
No river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Yeah, because if you don't know, the Six Flags out here in California, at least by Los Angeles, is called Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah,
have you been to that Six Flags?
I haven't been to that park. I have not. I don't like Six Flags.
No. Did you go to Wild World, the water park, when you were younger?
In Maryland?
Yeah.
Are you talking about Adventure Land?
It used to be Wild World at one point, and then it became
because it turned into a Six Flags.
Yeah. They all turned into Six Flags.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I went to it because I remember Cal Ripken, famous Baltimore Oriole, would do the commercials for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been there. I haven't gone since it was Six Flags because again, I'm just not a Six Flags guy.
Why? Because
like
the
Six
old man
Flags...
dancing, the old dancing man creeps you out.
He did freak me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
What a weird mascot.
I know a guy out here who's a burlesque performer named Dickie Smalls who does a burlesque act as that guy, and it's pretty. Oh my god,
that's hilarious.
It's pretty fucking.
That's so weird too.
It's weird, but he does like a lot of comedy burlesque. Yeah. That act.
I think I'd be more into comedy burlesque.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Six Flags is more like roller coaster specifically focused. And I'm not that much of a big roller coaster guy. Like I'll get on them. They're fine. But
yeah, that's it. If you want roller coasters, that's the place to go.
Yeah, all of their shit is like, this is the most extreme roller coaster. It goes higher than any roller coaster ever has, and it goes faster, and it goes straight down, and you're just like, okay.
Yeah. Hey, people are into that, man. You just want to walk around and see all your marbles.
Yeah. I like, I'm a Disneyland guy. I went to Knott's Berry Farm recently. That's a good mix.
They got is that like Busch Gardens?
Stuff. No, Busch Gardens.
I don't know. Yeah.
Busch Gardens is pretty dope, though.
My prediction is going to be the same. They go to amusement park. So Busch Gardens, Knott's Berry Farm, Hershey Park.
Oh man, we're going East Coast.
Yeah,
and then Knott's Berry.
So like,
what's the hierarchy?
Yeah, what are the key factors of each one? What does each one of those offer?
So Busch Gardens is beer. That's a theme park in Virginia for those that don't know. Busch Gardens, that's all about like beer. And then there's like Colonial Williamsburg, which is like right next to it. Busch Gardens, I think, is like, that's kind of roller coaster focused. Hershey Park, obviously the chocolate in Hershey, Pennsylvania. That's got some good shows. I feel like that one's really similar to Knott's Berry Farm, but Knott's Berry Farm has like a more kid-centric one. Their shit is like Snoopy and Peanuts, like Charlie Brown type shit.
Is it just walking around, like not a lot of roller? Is it just like being outside and having like little event stations? Because I don't really know.
Yeah, they have like a Old West part of the theme park.
Okay.
Where it's like you're in a colonial, like old timey cowboy type thing. They also have like a boardwalk area of the theme park where it's supposed to be like beachy, and then they have like a Hispanic part where they have like an Aztec roller coaster, and yeah. So that's the deal with Knott's. Hershey and Busch. Like I haven't been to Busch Gardens in fucking forever.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been,
but it's good. I feel like it's more Germanic because of the whole beer thing. And Hershey's obviously like candy. There's candy everything. Like the height requirement thing is like measured in like what candy bar you are. I distinctly remember that. Like the tallest was like you're a Reese's cup or something, and you're like, oh yeah, you can get on every ride. Fun fact.
Okay.
At Knott's Berry Farm, I was like half an inch away from being too tall to ride a ride, which I've never experienced before. It's a ride called like the Exterminator or something. And I went up, I was in the line, and I was about to get on the ride, and the guy was like, hey, we need to measure you. And I was like, buddy, I'm tall enough to ride the ride. And he was like, no, you might be too tall. And he measured me, and he was like, okay, you're barely making it, but you're going to have to like, I had to slump down into the chair because it was one of those rides.
Nah, I'm just not getting on that ride. That seems like a delopper,
right?
A head delopper. I'm like, no, if it doesn't have the overhang, no.
So this is the reason why. It's one of those rides where you go from like 0 to 80 in like half a second or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I put my head, you have to have your head against the headrest so you don't like slam back and concuss yourself.
Yeah.
So I put my head back into the headrest, and the headrest was like a cup. So it was like concave, and the concave part ended at the top of like where you have that little dent in the back of your head.
The base of your skull, yeah.
Yeah. So it was mad uncomfortable, but I got to ride it, but I probably shouldn't have.
Nah, not worth it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Knott's was a good time. I remember, I mean, I haven't been to Busch Gardens since I was like a fucking little kid, or Hershey Park, but
all right.
I like those more than Six Flags. They seem like they have more character.
Yeah, Six Flags. I mean, if you want to ride roller coasters, like Six Flags, yeah, people like riding roller coasters. And then if you want to play with Legos, go to Legoland.
Oh my God, Legoland. Carlsbad, California.
Yep.
I went to that water park in New Jersey that got closed because there were so many accidents.
Oh, Adventure Park or whatever?
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Yeah. Seemed fine to me.
That documentary is insane.
Yeah.
That documentary is insane. Check it out. I think that's on HBO Max or whatever. Yeah.
Well, on that note, that is a wrap for Rashard and Wallace Go to White Castle. Thanks for listening, everybody. Join our Discord. Let us know what you thought of the episode. If we missed anything, yada, yada, yada. Join our Discord. Link is in the show notes. Patreon.com/boyswatchingbuffy. We're doing Freaks and Geeks. Also vote in the poll for the movie for October. That's on Discord. You want to shout out Apple Podcasts, 5-star rating, review, Spotify, 5-star ratings, screenshot it, send it into us. Instagram, TikTok, @BoysWatchingBuffy, BoysWatchingBuffy@gmail.com, Amazon wishlist, all that shit's linked in there. And stay tuned next time for when we talk about Ain't No Magic Mountain High Enough.
A German chocolate nutgasm.
Seltzer Kings
Podcasts.